Hi everyone! We're going to start our neon garden illustration with sketching. Before going directly to the sketching, I want you to pay attention to the theory just a little bit. The basis of creating the scenery illustration is to be able to separate the sky and land by creating the horizontal line. Following that, then add the elements into the foreground, the midground, and the background. Foreground is always at the front of everything with clear details, like the object displayed right in front of you. The midground is the area that is located between the foreground and the background. And the background is everything above the horizontal line. In this course, we'll keep it basic. Here's the sequence of the sketch. First, we will determine the horizontal line, foreground line, and midground line. Second, determine the extent of each land. Third, sketch easy shapes to help position the plants. Alright, now you know the basics of creating scenery illustration. Shall we start sketching? Yes, of course! Here we go. First, create a new canvas by tapping on the plus icon. Choose a screen size. This scenery is going to be at night, so I'll choose the dark background by going to the layers. Choose the background color. Select the absolute black color. This illustration is going to be in a vertical orientation, so I'll rotate the canvas. Like this. Rename the layer 1 to Sketch 1. Tap on the layer's name and rename it. Alright, then I'm going to choose a brush for sketching, which is the eagle hawk that is located in the default drawing group. Adjust the brush size to around 15%. Now, we're ready to sketch. Start with the determining lines. First things first, do you remember what I just mentioned? The first thing is to create the horizontal line to separate the sky and the land. I'm going to pick a blue color from the palette. This one. Create a horizontal line about less than half of the total canvas. Less than half should be around here. Okay. Why do I have to choose less than a half of the canvas? The reasons are, first, I don't want to have a perfect half because I want to add a big tree here. It's going to take a lot of space, and I have to reserve some area above the tree for a beautiful planet in the back. The second reason is, I also don't want to have it as a 1:3 ratio, because I'm going to add a bunch of beautiful flowers in the foreground and in the midground. They need some space too. Next is to create a foreground line and 2 midground lines. The foreground line should be here. The midground line, and another one. After that, we're going to create the little hills according to the lines. I'll change the color real quick. A sky blue is good. For the first line on the horizon, I'll create a small hill where the main tree grows. Like this. Then create 2 midground lines. And one more at the foreground. Don't draw them way too close to each other or too uniform. I think these lines look pretty good to me. Then, you can erase the straight lines because we don't need them anymore. Select the eraser tool. Choose the Eagle Hawk brush, the same one. Adjust to around 20%. Then erase the blue straight lines. After we have all the land sketching lines, next is sketching our focal point, which is the glowing tree. I'm going to pick a different color. Magenta is perfect. I'll work on the sketch 1 layer with the Eagle Hawk brush in size 10%. Start creating a line like this. This is the main trunk. It can lean to the right or left. Both are okay, all right? After that, separate it into 3 branches. One here, one here, and one here. Continue separating them to create sub-branches. Now you have the structure of the tree. It doesn't have to be exactly the shape. Your tree can lean towards left or right depending on how you like it. There's no rules here. Next thing is adding the thickness. I'm going to create 2 lines following the structure. The trunk is going to be wide. The branches are going to get thinner. And the thinnest at the sub-branches. I'll draw the roots like this, like a zigzag shape. Now it looks like a structure of a big tree, yeah? The last is to add the boughs. Starting from the branches toward the ground. Start from here, starting from the ending of the branch. Drag towards the ground like this. They don't have to be a straight line. You can add a soft curl at the end. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. This is just a rough sketch. It doesn't have to be super detailed. This amount of details is more than enough. Next is adding simple shapes to position the plants for each land. Let's create a new layer. Rename it to Sketch 2. This layer is going to be the sketch for the first foreground land. I'll use the same brush, the eagle hawk. With a small size, I'm going to have about 10%. Also, pick a different color. I think red is good for me. I will start at the foreground by adding very simple shapes like circles, ovals, or any simple shapes to plot out the layout I'm imagining. It's fine if you don't know the shapes you're going to use. You can pause here and go get some ideas from Pinterest or browse the websites you have in mind. Or just follow me. I'll show you. All right. So I'm going to continue filling the space with a very easy and silly shapes. The good thing of using the effortless flower brushes is you don't have to do the detailed sketch. You can just roughly sketch. Just to determine the position is more than enough. So I'll draw a big half circle here. I'll put a bush of fern or something like that. We'll see. Also here and here. Maybe a tall plant here. Or maybe I can make something a little bit taller, like fern leaves. Here and here. Okay, then move on to this part. Maybe I can have a fern bush here. And here, just a smaller one. And maybe something taller here. Okay, maybe I'll have a big flower here. Something tall here. Another flower, maybe. And smaller flowers. Okay, I want to have like a plant in a fan shape. Maybe taller. It's just a rough sketch. You don't have to be precise or serious about it so much. You don't have to sketch in details. You just position with very easy shapes. This is a big plus for using the effortless flower brushes. Make something tall here. Here too. Maybe a bush or a fern. And here. And something tall here. Gonna be a long leaf. And something small just to fill the space. I'll leave some space here just to see how it's going to look like when we use the effortless flower brushes. One is down and there are three more to go. So let's create a new layer. Rename it to Sketch 3. I'll pick a new color. I think I'll choose an orange. The brush stays the same with the eagle hawk, with the size at 10%. I see a big space here. I think I want to create a bush here. So I'll create a big oval shape for it. Maybe a shrub. Some plants here. Something tall. Maybe I'll make a spiral plant. We'll see. Here as well, I'll just make a bush here. I don't know what it's going to be right now, but yeah, we'll see. Something tall here. And here, I'm gonna create like some fern leaves that grow from the land. And here too. Move on to the left side. I think I'll have like palm trees. Maybe. Create one here and another one here. It's gonna be quite tall. I'm gonna have the body from the left side of the canvas like this. It's gonna look like a palm tree. Then let's move on to the next one. Create a new layer and rename it to Sketch 4. Pick a new color. I think I'll pick a purple here. Use the same brush and size as before. I'll fill the empty space with a bush right here in the middle. And add another one next to it. Maybe tall plants like palm trees for both sides. One here and another one is here. Gonna overlap a bit. Okay. Then make the plant's body grow from the land like this. And here as well. A little bit of overlapping is okay. Acceptable. Okay. There's a space here. I think I'll go back to sketch 3 layer. And erase this part. Then make it even bigger. Use the same color and make it bigger, like this. Okay, go back to sketch 4 layer and select a purple color. Maybe I'll add some small plants here and there. We'll see. Besides that, I'd like to add some floating plants. Let's create a new layer. Rename it to Sketch 5. Pick a new color as yellow. Use the same brush and same size. I'm gonna add the big ones into the space around the main tree. One here. And a smaller one here. And the smallest one. And another one here as well. I think I'll make the main tree bigger. That would be nice. So going back to sketch one layer, use the selection tool. Choose freehand and select only the tree. Go to Transform tool and increase the size. You don't need to do it if you're happy with your tree. I'm done adding the elements in the foreground and the midground. However, the background needs some charms to tell a better story. I think I want to add a big, unrealistic planet behind the tree. So maybe accompanied by 3 little planets would be nice. Create a new layer. Move it so it's below sketch 1 layer. Rename it to sketch 6. Pick a new color. How about green? Add a big circle in the middle. Like this. Don't forget to use your left finger tap on the screen to get a perfect completed circle. Like this. I'll add the little ones, little planets here. Use your left finger to help create a completed circle as well. One here, and one here, and maybe one here. Move this one up a bit. All right, I think the sketch looks quite complete, but you can still add the small elements later. From here, let me ask you a question. Do you want to move something before we continue to the next step? Please take your time to have a look at the sketch for a moment. Is it too tight in some areas? Is it too loose? Or are there too many overlapping elements? Please take your time and edit them if you want. If you like how your sketch looks now, please go to the layers and merge all of them into one single layer. I'm pretty sure that I'm quite happy with the sketch, so I'll merge them together. By pinching like this, and rename it to sketch. Then I'll change the color mode of the sketch layer by tapping on the N letter and select Screen Mode. Also, reduce the opacity to about 50%. Okay, now we have a rough sketch that tells the positions of every elements. Let's move on to the next step, guys.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like or leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. As a thank you, loyal subscribers receive a 10% discount on my effortless neon garden scenery. Check the description for coupon code. See you in the next video.